Good morning to you, Gizmo's mom. How you doing this morning?
The dreams.
Hey, how are you?
The dreams.
Guess I was just playing songs or whatever. Hey, how are you?
The dreams.
Yeah, I didn't mean for that to occur. Sorry. All right. So, uh, now I gotta go and search this up because it's problematic for me. All right. Okay. So, man, you better open the fucking game right now. You better open that game right now. All right, let's see what I can do. Yo, what's good, man? How you doing? Dorian, how are you? Just wondering if I spelled that right. Nah, you're good. You're good, dude. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, dude. It's fine. Okay. Starting to get the hang of it, starting to understand. Alright. Yeah, I mean it was alright, bro. I mean, not too many people moved over anyways. I mean, I kind of expected that. Uh but I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Like I already knew that what's gonna happen, but you know, shit is pretty crazy. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Um, you can't expect much from it, you know. It is what it is. Yeah, it's you know, it's something. It's something. I'm just, you know, figuring out things, trying to get things down pat, uh, so to speak. Let's see. I'm just trying to make my video a little bit more extendable, so to speak. Don't know if that will work. Probably not even put that there. Hmm. So you got a new phone now, basically. Okay. There we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit better. Uh, hey D-Trill, thank you so much for lurking. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I'm just trying to do as much as I can here. Appreciate it. Yeah, I should save the changes. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Yeah, I should save the changes. There we go. Make it a little bit more actionable due to certain things of that nature. Uh, no, no, no. I'm just trying to. Fuck. That's good to hear, bro. That's very good to hear. You know, it's always good to hear when people are actually doing better, you know? Always good to hear when somebody's doing better. Seriously, dude. It's uh it's a blessing. I mean, my life has been pretty hard as it is, you know. But you know, there's only so much I could do. Just been struggling financially and whatnot. It's at least this month, not next month. Next month it won't be like that. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. I'm hoping so too. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Me either way. Um, you know, you just we'll just see how YouTube performs for us. See what we can do. pretty sure that you know, I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. I'm still learning shit, to be honest. Like, in order to supply myself with retro content and stuff like that, I have to continue to grow a different and newer community. I have to keep focusing on thumbnails that work. And, you know, it's a learning process. I swear, this game, it aged so well. It aged like super well, dude. I fucking love this game. I fucking love this game. Yeah, it is slightly harder, to be honest. Yeah, YouTube is just slightly harder. But that's just the whole thing, man. I mean, if you want to be able to grow, I mean, that's just what it's gonna take, right? I mean, you need to understand that it takes time. And with time, you know, it's one of those things, man. It takes a lot of time, you know? It's weird. I don't want a basic gold thing like that. Uh, the YouTube alerts is right here, so I don't want anything that's gonna. But I mean, like, when you go places, what place isn't harder? Like, my YouTube is gonna be like facelift anyways, you know? Like, I'm gonna facelift a lot of things. I mean, it's only a matter of time until I do that, you know? And it's like it all really depends, you know? There we go. Yeah, it's a learning experience, bro. I mean, like, you kind of just like look at something, and then you kind of have to tell whether it's worth learning and stuff like that. Yes, I do. I have understanding about the platforms here. Hey man, welcome on in. I don't think the thumbnail this time around was even bad. I think that like the way the thumbnail was, is that it's pretty good, at least as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's what I would assume. Um, it's going well. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. It's going well. All right, so let's get started. Um, I don't think that I can use the other vehicle because I think it's. Oh. Hmm.
Welcome to Tokyo.
Yeah. There are some classic games that I plan on embarking, but I have to find like the time necessary. Cause like I need to redo like I'm gonna be redoing my emotes and I'm gonna be redoing my I'm not gonna redo my emotes to the time needing, but like the logo, the thumbnails, everything just is gonna be redone. And I'm gonna make sure that like everything is just crisp, so that way when people do come here, they know that it's a legitimate you know channel, and then I can bring in some because I realized that I gotta in order for me to get to that particular point, I need to um, rebuild a retro fan base on YouTube. So in order to do that, I need to, because I already know what my niche is. The algorithm is pretty simple enough to understand. Depending on what algorithm you choose, that is. So I just got to figure out what could be possibly important to me or what helpful to me, and then once I figure that out, everything else would be fine. And then I can kind of understand from there, because algorithms is literally like the stepping stone to getting things done. So I'm just gonna try out some the retro games and then some mobile games as well too that haven't really been played. Do some reviews on those games like Ace Racer, for example, when they do a US launch. Um, and maybe Apex Legends Mobile, depending on the circumstances. I'm glad you still play retro games. I enjoy oh, that's what's up. You plan on doing shorts too? So the shorts part is gonna take a bit of time because I want to make them interesting. I don't want to make them to where they suck, you know? So I want to make sure that they're completely fucking interesting and that they're not really, I don't know. Because shorts have to be interesting. If they're not interesting, then like, why would I do it? And I have to make sure that it's populated. So that way when people look at it, they're intrigued by it, not, the other way around. So yeah, maybe in the near future. But of course, like people would think that retro gaming obviously is bad because they probably, I mean, I'm not saying that they didn't stream the right ones, but you didn't showcase the right ones. So maybe that's probably the case. You know, I gotta realize that YouTube is a time-consuming ass platform, and the more I just put out content, the more it would be like acceptable. So I just gotta
Has
see.
been raised.
Yeah, I mean they're a part of like, I mean they're a big part of this platform. It's just some things that people just don't seem to kind of grasp or understand. And it's like, um, you know, there's a lot of things that you could learn from it. It's one way of looking at it. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can learn from it. And I think that, you know, retro content as a whole kind of like just puts you in a different area on YouTube. And that's kind of the area I want to be in. I know it's going to take some time, but if I
Welcome to
can be able to
Iceland.
do that mixed with the content of, you know, some mobile games and stuff like that that like people haven't played before, then it would be quite interesting. However, the playthroughs, I'm not going to start doing them until I'm not going to start recording playthroughs until the first starting week of June, because I need a lot of time. I just need a lot of time, and with the last month, you know, being my niece is still being at school, I'll probably have to wait to do playthroughs like sorry, after um I will have to wait to do playthroughs after, let's say I mean probably most likely after June. So no, they don't understand it, William, because a lot of the people don't seem to grasp the concept of retro gaming, and that's because they got so used to their cerebrum being soldered with the content that's out right now, you know. So a lot of the times
Bingo.
people tend to look at retro content like it's fucking ancient, but that's kind of like the point, is it? I mean, the older a game really is, you know, there's a reason for it to be ancient like that because it's valued, you know. So like when something is valued like that, it goes a long way. Yeah, I mean, you know, Sony is a different breed too. I mean, you know, not to talk bad about them, but I think that they have a lot to learn with their past history of transactions when it comes down to retro games, because I don't think that you should be making people purchase retro games based on a particular past. You guys didn't do that before with PS3. You would sell just as well. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. Some of that stuff just kind of needs to be thought about. Well, I mean, maybe they'll probably consider thinking about it or whatever.
And the ball
But
has
I
been
think that
raised.
it's mainly just that. I didn't want to retry the event. Whatever.
Welcome to Iceland.
Yeah, but pretty much like that's just what it is. I mean, if you can understand retro content, if you could be able to implement retro content, you'll have a good understanding overall. So, you know, that's just what it is. Well, you see, Dino Crisis is a very treasure game, you know, and I don't think it's probably you see, here's the thing that you have to understand about people, right? People have to just accept that people are used to certain things, you know what I mean? Like they're not really gonna go as far as, try to be interested in, that type of content because they're not gonna really understand that shit. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't expect everybody to be interested in retro content because that, you just have to be accepting of it.
Welcome to Rio.
I had to realize that, people don't seem to. It's not that they don't appreciate retros. It's because they're late gamers. They're late gamers. They don't, they don't have like a set preference on things. Like when you're a late gamer and you've gamed pretty late, of course, like you're not gonna have like, you know, you're not gonna have a set preference on things. You're just only gonna be used to what you're used to. So, I had to learn that and understand that like some people are just not built to really love retro games. And the more I understood that, the more I kind of valued, the people that did, So like that's kind of self-explanatory. Like, you have to kind of come into terms with that, you know. You have to come into terms with the fact that like some people just don't seem to have like in their grasp to enjoy those things. So I have to kind of like just respect that. Yeah, what's good, Flex? How are you? So yeah, I mean, like when it really comes down to it, are you gonna be mad at the next person for not liking retro games? No. Are you going to say that they're not seasoned gamers? I mean, it really just depends on what they're interested in. Like a guy who solely plays retro, mobile and newer versions of games, that doesn't like retro is considered to be a late gamer, considering the fact that that person, if that person's like 18, 19 years old, that person is not going to have a recollection, or and even some people in the early 20s are not going to have a recollection of retro games because the retro games they consider were the ones on 360 and PS3. And it's like, at the end of the day, they don't really have like a set so preference on those particular things. So you just have to respect it.
Can't get
You know what I
any
mean?
better than that.
That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Like you gotta just sit there and respect it. Because there are gonna be people that, acknowledge it, and when they do acknowledge it, they're gonna appreciate it, you know? That's the point of rebuilding. Because you have to rebuild for the better.
Welcome to New York.
I had to come into the realization yesterday that throughout my thought process that like I couldn't get upset at the people that do watch me, that they kind of have to, they shouldn't feel forced to watch my retro content, or they shouldn't be forced to like my retro content or whatever. I had to come into terms that in order for me to be able to get what I need to get done, I need to make sure that I rebuild. And this takes some by myself time, which means that I won't have time to kind of, you know, hang out in Discords or whatever the case is, because I have to learn the algorithm and learn what is necessary to be able to do those particular things. So in order for me to be able to have that thought process to rebuild, I need to find what really attracts people nowadays to retro content. And once I figure that out and start rebuilding from there, then I rebuild a new type of entity for people who love retro content, and that's kind of like the point, you know. I don't blame people for not liking retro. No, I don't blame them either, because it's like it's their choice, you know. It's their choice. They don't like it, so what? How does that affect you? You know, you have to just accept it. If you accept it, the more you accept it, the more and the understanding that you have, the better the circumstances are, you know? That guy in first place is far away as shit. Yeah, and that's kind of like the point. The point is that, you know, retro gaming is kind of like a niche thing, because you either have been interested for so many years and you love a lot of the games, or you've never really experienced it in your life and it's kind of hard for you to get into, which is fine, you know. But I don't like those people, because there's a difference, you know. I don't like those people that think that retro gaming shouldn't exist. Those are the type of people where I'm like, okay, it's one thing expressing your opinion, but it's another to where you're dialecting the focus on a certain, you know, entity of games that are the reason why other games even have that particular value. So that's just ridiculous. I mean, saying that it's completely shit and all this other stuff. I mean, I'm like, all right, that's acceptable, but for it to not exist, like, I don't get that. Yeah, I mean, if you grew up on retro and stuff like that, it makes things a lot simpler. Why is this car going so fucking slow, dude? That shit makes no sense. Well, yeah, I mean, when you grew up on pretty much about everything and stuff like that, it's kind of like you're accepting of a lot of the content as well. So, I mean, that's kind of simplistic, is it? But like a lot of, you know, people, well, not a lot of people, but there's some people out there that they completely shit on it. And it's like, if you've never played a retro game in your life, you can't you shouldn't be expressing your opinion about it, because if you don't have no entity to expressing it in a way where it seems to agree to disagree or neutral, then I mean that's kind of like you're just talking to talk. Like I don't get that shit.
That record is here to stay.
But again, it all comes down to people, you know, and their opinion about shit. I mean, I can't really take that away from the next person. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the retro games that we have are kind of built better than a lot of these particular games that are out right now, which is really sad to see. It really is. It's a sad thing to see, because um I don't get it. Like, I don't get why that's really the case. But I don't know how we just de-evolve like that. Like that, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like we just de-evolve. Like, I mean, there's just no going around it. Yeah, I mean, we were able to unlock the secret stuff within the game, but we can't do that shit anymore. Um, as far as I'm concerned, there are reasons why we can't do that shit anymore. Um, I mean, it's quite self-explanatory to tell ourselves, you know, that we can't really unlock that shit anymore. So yeah, these publishers just want that dollar at the end of the day. That's why I stick mainly to playing either single player games or fighting games now. That's another thing too. Like I still think that you can enjoy fighting games. It's just you shouldn't really get involved in the theatrics of fighting games. I think that's the complete difference.
Welcome to Paris.
I mean, you know, fighting games have always been money hungry, but what genre hasn't been money hungry for a lot of those things? I mean, it's some of this stuff is just kind of self-explanatory. Like everybody knows that shit. And everybody knows that shit. I mean, you know. Yeah, I mean, there are things I just don't seem to understand, like how we have a collection of the same. It's kind of hard to describe that, but like we have a collection of games that are the same. They just updated. Uh, like for example, you know, we've been having like Darkstalkers so many times. And it's like, why the hell are we having Darkstalkers like so many times? Like that shit just doesn't make any sense, bro. Like the direction of thought there just it doesn't. I don't know if it's just clicking to them that that shit just doesn't work, but like it just seems like they keep adding like Darkstalker games, and it's like what? No, I don't either. I don't either. I just think that like when it really comes time to devote to games, like it just I don't know, it just takes too much time. Like, you know, I don't know whether that's just like because like I don't know, it's different compared to how it was back then. Back then you were able to devote your time into games because you know that they weren't really out to get like your money and shit, right? But like of course like that's different now. It's just different. Like it's not the same complex.
Watch it. Whoa, that was close.
All right, that's fine. Thank you.
And that new
I'm still contemplating about picking up the collection next month. That's one of the reasons I don't play MMOs like that. It requires too much time. Yeah, man. I mean, when it comes to like MMOs and shit, like you gotta keep in mind of a lot of particular things. Um, and I understand why people don't put time into MMOs like that.
Brand new set of wheels available
And
in the garage.
it it makes a lot of sense to me. That's why I don't really try to beat people over the head trying to tell them that they should play certain MMO games, because if they don't want to play it, they don't want to play it. It's what it is, you know. I think MK11's updates are pretty unnecessary as well too, because like I think the only reason why I'm saying this is because MK11's updates just don't seem to,
Welcome to
I don't know, they
Miami.
don't hit home as much. The only reason why I say that is because it's like, what is your updates contain other than just the characters? Are you getting new locations? Are you trying to be able to fix some of the problems that people keep seeing within the game? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of a hard thing to grasp, because a lot of the fighting games now think that they're fixing something that the community wants, and in all the reality, it isn't. Street Fighter Alpha 3? Yeah. Street Fighter Alpha 3, it's strange because people talk about Third Strike. People talk about Third Strike, but like nobody ever tries to like talk about running sets in like Alpha 3 and stuff like that. I don't know what that's about. I think it's probably because there's so many people that weren't experienced in Alpha 3. I get it. It was a very loopy game and stuff, and maybe there's a reason why they don't want to play it, but Alpha 3 was very, very much so a great game, you know? Yeah, versus PS3 where they had it for $5. So, actually, no, that's false. They had it for $2 when it was on PS3.
Only one lap left. Stay on target.
PS3 they had it for that amount. Yeah, I could tell. Injustice 2 wasn't even bad. I mean, I felt like, oh damn it. I felt like Injustice 2 wasn't really a bad game. I felt like Injustice 2 was definitely it was all right as a game. It wasn't amazing, but nah, the thing about Alpha 3 that I felt was a bit broken were two particular things. There was Super Alpha Cancel, and then there's some characters move lists that are completely broken, that it just feels like they're looping you 24/7. But at the end of the day, if you figure out a character and stuff like that, and you can cheese, I mean, so what? Like, and I mean that with respect.
3 stars.
Cause I mean, shit, I played Shinakuma, so like, I cheese too. You know what I mean? Like, I cheese the fuck out of Shinakuma. Played Evil Ryu, played Nash. Like, come on now. I played that stuff, so it's kind of like it's not, it's not bad.
Welcome to Moscow.
Yeah, I mean, I played Bison. Like, there's a lot of sleeper Street Fighter games that like people don't play and they don't mention, and I wonder why. Because Street Fighter Third Strike was an amazing game, but it was a piece of shit game at the same time. CVS2 was a great game, but it was a piece of shit game at the same time. You know, there's a lot of different variations of games that are just like pieces of shit. I mean, Alpha 3 has to be on that turntable for a lot of reasons. You know, Street Fighter EX series was actually pretty great as well too. I mean, a lot of people slept on that. A lot, actually. People slept on that shit like a motherfucker, and not a lot of people really did appreciate that shit. A lot of Street Fighter games out there that like even you know what was my favorite, and it was a Wii U game too, or for Wii. It was Tetsunoko versus Capcom. That game was actually pretty fucking solid. I loved that game. That game was great. I don't understand why people don't mention that game too. Yeah, I can understand the buttons seem to be a little bit hard or whatever, but still. Nah, Third Strike was an appealing game because it had great characters. It just had great characters, and it had like a very good parry combo system. Like it was very hype, you know. MVC2, Alpha 3, Tetsunoko. Yeah, Tetsunoko versus Capcom was great, dude. I mean, I don't understand. That fucking game was great, and nobody like mentions that game at all, dude. It's always like the bread and butter shit. I'm like, dude, all right, I get it, but when we talk about fighting games, we're talking about fighting games that have a unique value, dude.
That new record.
It was a Wii U exclusive, yes. Therefore, you couldn't really be able to play it like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's too late. Like, for example, if you were to get a PC and stuff like that, you would be able to play that game in a heartbeat, personally. Just because, you know, it's easy to have access to.
Trying to scare me now?
Yeah, Dolphin Emulator. Dolphin Emulator actually gives you, you know, the chance to you know, play those things. I mean, I think that like it's pretty self-explanatory that the Dolphin Emulator actually allows you to do some of the things that, you know, a lot of people that love GameCube games and stuff like that enjoyed, you know. So like at the end of the day, I mean,
Oh yeah.
you could still play it.
The bar has been raised.
You could still play it and shit. That's why when people be like, "Oh, but you know, I want to buy the physical copy or whatever," I'm like, "Bro, but it's not too late to purchase that shit, dude." Um, you know. It really isn't. Like, it's not too late to purchase it, but like that's just the free option. I get it, like having the physical copy version is amazing. I mean, it really is spot on amazing, but I mean, what the hell? Yeah, I mean, some people, what they do is that they emulate the copy as well too, which is quite interesting enough to see. Um, for a lot of different reasons, actually. You know, emulating the copy actually is pretty unique in a sense. Running it on ISO or whatever. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to be this guy, and I don't want to say anything completely negative about it, but like, it's like I don't really care for anything Marvel Avengers related or anything CD related because they've already fucked up so many different times, and I couldn't care less of what they do with their products, to be honest. That's just me being completely 100% honest. Because when I'm 100% done with a game, I'm done, like, completely. And I personally just don't think that I would ever be able to see myself be interested in I'm telling you right now, if it's not Ultimate Alliance 2, then I don't want to even see that shit. That's just what it is. No. Some people are rooting for patches, some people are rooting for the IP. I'm not in any way, shape, or form interested. Because I've had my time. You know, I've had my time with them. Hi, Curly. I've had my time with them. I've done what I can to be able to, you know, be interested in their games or whatever the case may be. And to be quite fair with you, the Marvel's Avengers concept to things is just completely asinine and boring because
Going on your
they're
tail.
not even trying to make the gameplay
Like a
not make the gameplay better,
and the
but at
bar
least like
has
try
been raised.
to make the means to better their content. And if they did better their content, we wouldn't be sitting here, you know, thinking otherwise. That's just me. This one, 48. This requires me to play more. I'll do this. I'm alright, Curly. How are you? Yeah, I understand. It's just the way I see it is that you know you got like these like I understand that they're trying to change for the better, and I understand that like they're doing what they can to better things, and I get it, like I really do. But it's just one of those things to where I'm just not as interested.
Welcome to Chamonix.
I'm just not as interested anymore. To the point that whenever I hear anything that involves like that deck of the woods, it just I don't know, I'm just not interested.
Watch it.
Like that's just my thought process right now. I mean, I get it. I mean, people could still be interested in the game, but like I don't know. I've moved on so much from that shit that like I don't really care for it personally. They could have made the game better now, and I probably still wouldn't even care. Cuz it's like, you know, everybody's life clock keeps ticking. So like when you wait for certain games to get better, it's almost like you're trying to I don't know, it's just weird to say, but like it's like I can't be asked to wait until that shit gets better. I don't know, it's just me, but Yeah, Rico's life is getting a lot better.
Doing a little
Because
landscaping,
now
are you?
that he does construction work one day and then he does porn on another, he's become better
The
at it.
bar has
So,
been raised.
which is good, you know. Do porn one day and then the next day you're doing something else, bro. You just add them. It's just as simple as that. Of course you can't put decals on this car. It's so fucking trash, bro.
Welcome to Shanghai.
Yeah, some Chavez companion in MFR. I mean, around those parts, things are just slightly getting better when it comes down to MFR. I just need to get my second piece done, and then I'll be alright. Because, I don't know. I think if I get my second piece done, I think by the end of June, I'll probably have like a full Dark Domain set or whatever. I think so, I'm not sure. Oh shit. Cart moves so fucking fast that I can't even. Being at 1.1 is nice, except the only problem is that, you know, they just make everything so much more difficult in terms of that type of ordeal. So it's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that shit makes no sense. Well, anyways, just bears the understanding of shit. Like, what the fuck? I'll post a naked picture on IG, they'll ban me instantly. Well, I wish that they took that same energy and banned that one Instagram account that keeps talking about Bitcoin. Cause that shit is wildly annoying. I get people coming up to me every day. Oh, Mr. Badinki, what happened? I thought didn't you know that Bitcoin crashed? I'm like, dude, that's not me. Why the fuck would I message you at 2 o'clock in the morning? I'm asleep 2 hours before that time. I don't understand. How do you not make sense of that? I don't know. Like, it's funny. But I don't know if they know that's not me. Although the video set it seems pretty self-explanatory. They actually are in cahoots to believe that I would do such a thing. And I'm like, what? Should have went the other way. I don't know why they believe that shit. It's kind of funny though. A little bit. Kind of funny.
So, you live on the edge, huh?
Yeah, I don't think Rico knows about the creamy donut stuff. I think that, you know, when it comes down to it, he's completely lost about
One
creamy
more
donut.
for the books.
You mind explaining to him what it means? Wait, what? What the hell? She sells her feet pics. Yeah, moving on to another subject that doesn't involve that. Yikes. Big yikes. It's a little yikes. I don't know. Moving on to a different subject that doesn't involve anything per se nasty.
Welcome to Miami.
Yikes. So that's what they like, man. Oatmeal and feet, right? Yeah, there's some people out there that they really, really love that stuff, man. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory to why, like, people would be entertained by that. I mean, like I said, I've had this conversation multiple times before. I am not one person that could shame somebody and what they like. Like, that's just up to them. If they like that stuff, cool. I don't like it, so whatever, you know. But I'm not gonna shame them. And on a professional level, I think, in a sense, it's best for that person to keep it to themselves, because at the end of the day, I mean, nobody cares. I guess that's the best way that it could be described. Is that, you know, nobody really wants to hear about that crap. I mean, they don't come into a live stream talking about that they like that stuff. You know, because most people just kind of like leave it to themselves. You know? Didn't even know this was a drifting competition. No, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with them liking that stuff. But like at the end of the day, it's like there's a time and place for it, and the streams are obviously not the place for that. Or just in general. Like in general, I think that like a lot of it comes down to, you know, what people, you know, would deem to be okay by telling another person that stuff. I don't know if it's acceptable to others, but it's not deemed to be as acceptable to a certain degree. And I think that that's like kind of like the suspicious part to things. I don't know. It really just, it all baffles me. Well, it baffles me a little bit. It doesn't really kind of, but I understand. I mean, if you're interested, you're interested. If not, whatever. No, it's just very, I don't know. It's just not something that, like, you know, most people should be used to. I mean, some people, you know, they're okay with it, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know how you can be okay with that stuff. It just doesn't seem to be right. It just doesn't seem to be right by any means. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Perfect.
Mhm. That's probably one entity that we'll probably figure out together. I'm assuming that that would probably be the case, but I guess we'll see where it goes. Um, well, we'll see where it goes. I'm not too sure about it, but we will definitely be able to watch that together at some given point. That's for sure.
Welcome to Tokyo.
Nah, I feel like I want to watch it as a community because like I don't know. That whole ordeal we're watching it like together just would mean a lot better. I don't know. At least to me it would. It would be a lot better if like we were just considering to watch it together as like I don't know, community or something like that. Something. Because we were supposed to do anime night, but we only have like, if I must be completely honest, it's kind of pointless because we only have two people that are interested, me and Curly, nobody else. Because nobody else can afford to watch it. That's the thing. They're not intrigued by it. Like, there's reasons for that, you know. Maybe a Discord watch party. Maybe so. I would like it. It just really depends. But it's just one of those things to where it's like, I don't know. I don't know. We need more people. I'm probably not gonna do that for a while. You know.
One more to go.
Real talk. We can do it, but I just don't think we'll do it for a while because I have to get to work with a couple of things and I just don't have the same time as I used to. So I just think that when it comes down to those things, I would feel that it would be reasonable enough to say that, you know, I want to be able to work hard first to see where I go from here and bring in more people that might be interested because the people now, they're not interested sitting down watching it. And to be honest, when it comes to anime and movies and shows, I don't like people talking. I've said this before on multiple different occasions. I don't like when people talk when I'm trying to watch a fucking show or a movie or an anime. It's annoying to me. Just mute your voice. Talk to yourself. It's kind of fun talking to yourself. Try it sometimes. It's a funny thing because you know people think you're a sociopath, but you know Just talk to yourself. Just try it sometime. You know? I don't know.
Better than that.
Cause like I'm not gonna lie, the last time I actually did like some form of like an anime ordeal, this was like I think it was like last year or something.
Style.
I don't know if it was last year. I mean, maybe it probably was last year. Not sure. Can't really tell. But yeah, we did it around that particular time, and it was cool and whatnot. But it's just it wasn't to the point where like people were intrigued by it, or whatever the case is. I don't. I mean, it only felt like a couple of us were intrigued. If I must be completely honest with you. So at the end of the day, I just said to myself, I think like you just need to find a different group of people that are interested.
Welcome to Iceland. 3, 2, 1.
That's a weird sound for a damn car. It sounds like an RC vehicle. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things to where it's like Star Wars. I can see like at least 3 or maybe 4 or maybe 5 people be interested, but like I don't know. Discords have not been active. People haven't been active, and it's kind of like it's hard to make like an event like that. It is. It's hard. It's hard to make an event like that. I'm pretty sure I can count some people in, but like I can't really. I'm not gonna waste my time doing that. And I'd rather put my time into learning more and more about YouTube every day, and try to see what I can do to fix my content. As soon as I get my artists rolling on fixing things and my money comes in, then I can be able to control shit, especially with new internet being involved, to where like I don't have to worry about live streams fucking up, because I came into the conclusion about something. I'm like, yeah, I can still have my retro content in, but I think I'm gonna just kind of rotate it. Like I'm just gonna do like retro videos, the playthroughs, and then you know I'll stream some retro games or whatever, but I'll mainly focus on the playthroughs, and then I'll put you know some Apex Legends mobile emulated stuff out there as well too. Cause I love my retro content to death, and I want it to stick that way, but I also want the channel to grow. So at the same time, I have to kind of consider those odds. And when I consider those odds, you know, it would mean great to me. But you have to do whatever you can to find out your niche, because you can apply 2 things at once, or you can apply multiple games at once, but you have to be very smart about it. You do videos for one particular thing, and then the other is like you live stream it to get more exposure. And that's kind of like the point, is there are going to be some retro games that I have not finished yet, and that I haven't done, and they're going to be worth playthrough content. I'm just gonna have to seriously work on my thumbnails and make it to where it's great. Sit down, make sure that it's great thumbnails, make sure that like a lot of the stuff is just great, you know? So it's a lot of things to learn. I mean, the production value has to be good because, I mean, as far as entertainment is concerned, I'm pretty sure that, you know, that one would be very self-explanatory. And I didn't even know this was a drift type of ordeal. Had I known this, I probably would have just allowed my car to drift on its own, which, ironically enough, is funny because I didn't even fucking know that. I was rambling on and damn. Am I gonna clear this though?
Whoa, serious drifting.
Yeah, but that's just basically the thing, you know. Hopefully in time I can be able to, you know, do special things and whatnot. But I gotta improve somehow. I gotta put more time into myself. Because I spend so much time like putting time into other people that like I just can't afford to do that shit anymore. I had to get like a complete wake up call to realize that in order for me to be able to make things happen, I have to make things happen based on, you know, a lot of other things of that nature.
Well
I have to
done
restart too
Iceland.
because I messed up. I didn't see that I needed to drift. But yeah, that's about it. I have to start by making a brand new retro community. Brand new everything. Because I would design some of the stuff myself, but I can only design thumbnails. I can't really... I mean, I'm not that articulate to be designing my own emotes and stuff. I don't have the right programs. Before making the emotes, I thought was pretty easy because I had a program to where I can be able to design things. I don't have that same program anymore. It got expensive. The emote stuff got really expensive because in order to be able to do some of the high tier shit and the HD emotes or the logos and whatnot, it was $170. And to be honest, at that point you're paying for quality. So I mean, you know, I don't want to, you know, I know that like price differentiates and maybe, you know, but it's just better if you get a designer to do it for a fraction of the price because they already got the program. Instead of you just trying to do it yourself. Yeah, like I learned, like it was good for me to learn or whatever the case is, but like it just was costing me a lot of money. That shit was costing me so much. Like I couldn't even put my thumb on it. It was costing me so much to literally like just keep it like per year because it was a yearly membership. I mean, I think almost $200 is just way too much for a program like that, and especially if I only use it for certain reasons as well too. So I wouldn't actually see the point. At least to me, I don't see the point. All right, 3 stars. But yeah, that's just basically how it is. That's just how it is in a nutshell. Like when it really comes down to it, you know, there's a lot of things that you could do to kind of supplement what your channel has to be like. And it requires a lot of hard work. That's why, you know, being, you know, a YouTuber does take time. So
And that's how we
yeah, man, because you know, I had to come into the realization yesterday that like, you know, I will always be that person to where I will always make time for the people that are right by me, and that will always be a given. but I can no longer make time for people if I know that it's conflicting with my time. In terms of like me doing what I have to do to make the content great, the channel great, 'cause it's literally me by myself doing it. Nobody else, no other help, no nothing. So I have to come into the realization to where in order to be able to get to that particular point, I need to apply those things for myself first. I will always be sure to make that time for other people, but I can't do it uh when it conflicts with my time. So yeah, I mean, maybe some people might be mad about that, but at the end of the day, I couldn't care less personally. It could be a best friend or whatever the case is, and I could care less. You just have to come into terms that I just want to improve. That's it. But that's just about it. I mean, you know, and I don't want people to feel like by them not, by me helping them out that they got to be able to do the same thing for me, because I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that that's reasonably fair. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really think that it's a safe ordeal to state that a person should be doing those things out of the kindness of their heart or out of the kindness of certain things of that nature. So, at the end of the day, I just, you know, I let it be. That's just how it has to be. You know, I never wanted it to be that way, but, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you have to improve in those adversaries first before, you could be able to enjoy certain things. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting a sandwich real fast, and then I'll be back. What's that shit called? Penny or whatever. That shit is good, bro. Oh my god, bro. That shit is amazing, bro. Mm-mm. I just picked up a sandwich of penny. Mm. That shit is gorgeous, bro. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Welcome to Havana.
Yeah, that panini sandwich. That sandwich was the shit. Mm-mm-mm. That shit was finger licking good. Oh my god. If I get hungry later on, I already know what to make to consolidate that shit. I don't eat panini like that. But like when I eat that shit with teriyaki sauce, oh my god. It makes me into a totally different man.
That's it.
Well, yeah, it makes me into a totally different man. At least a man that can manage to eat that shit. I'm not sure. Mm-mm-mm. And it's not even like I'm a picky eater too. Like I eat pretty much about anything. But man, well, besides hot dogs and fucking bananas, but excuse me, that's like just so good, dude.
One more
Panini with teriyaki
time.
sauce is like just. I mean, my family tells me, oh, panini with teriyaki sauce, you don't need it. It already has the flavor. Yeah, I understand that, but it adds extra flavor. That shit adds extra flavor. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, here's the thing. When it comes to making food, Yeah, you could be one of those guys that like has basic meals or whatever the case may be, but like there's people that like to add extra flavor to it, regardless if it's nasty to the next person. That's what makes the meals intriguing, you know, is that you're adding an extra flavor to it that nobody else would probably try. I mean, that's the point of even cooking in the first place. When you add uh, a liquid or something that doesn't belong with a particular meal to the other person's eyes, it might be appealing to your satisfaction, especially if you didn't try it, or at least attempt to try. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's
new
it's
record.
self-explanatory. That stuff actually does help. And need with that stuff, man, that's like a totally different level. Totally different level. That's like the whack-a-mole of foods right there, man. Shit is so fucking good. Alright. Decals not available. Alright, well, I'll drive it as is.
Welcome to Hawaii.
Different combinations for different foods is like really just, you know, acceptable, you know? You're always gonna have a time to where you try out like these different meals and stuff like that, and then you get acquainted with it. It's kind of like the point. You know, you get acquainted with these type of meals and stuff, and I don't understand how I've crashed into there, but whatever. Uh, but yeah, basically you try out these particular meals and stuff, and you add like, for example, I don't put ketchup on eggs, but I'll tell you what I do put on eggs. I put freaking spinach and I put spinach, lettuce, and tomato because of the fact that it does add an extra flavor to it. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. Well, at least like in terms of, you know, getting that extra kick. And even if I have to add sausages, at that point I might as well just make an omelet. Because like, you know, why the hell else wouldn't you want to make an omelet? You already have the ingredients there. Shit, if it was really up to me, I would add stuffing to my I would add stuffing to it. That shit sounds great too. I don't know. I'm that type of guy that it may sound like I'm a maniac for doing this, but like I like to add like if I know I don't have enough for each cereal and stuff like that, I'll add like 3 different cereals together. That shit sounds mad wacky, but like I'm the type of person to do that shit. Because if there's not enough, then you know why are you gonna just waste it like that? Like that's just dumb. And I was going too fast, shake man.
Three stars?
You don't like mayo on hot dogs? A lot of people don't, bro. Mayo on hot dogs makes no sense. That shit really is disgusting. By far, very, very disgusting. Like, who does that stuff? I mean, I don't get it. I just want to know who does it. Like, I won't criticize them or anything. I won't say anything bad to them. I just want to know, in their right mind, did they think it was okay to do that? I don't know. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like the people who add, like I said, different flavors for different things. I mean, you
Welcome
can
to
like whatever you
Tokyo.
like. I can't really discriminate. Because if that's what you like, that's what you like. I can't take that away from you. I really can't. I can't take that away from somebody, you know? Because at the end of the day, whatever is preferable to one person is not preferable to the other, depending on if they really had taken the time to eat it or at least taste it. And it can mean so many different things. So many, you know? It's clearly up to that person to decide, though, so. This car is hella fast. I can see why. SSC, and this car is like super quick, dude. Like, what the shit is a submarine. Mustard is life. Honey mustard. Don't forget that. Honey mustard. Honey mustard. I think honey mustard obviously is great on a lot of particular things. In fact, did you know that if you put honey mustard on mashed potatoes and you mix it up with like broccoli cheddar, you actually get a really, really good fucking taste there. And what I mean by mix it up is, I know the color is gonna look a bit different because it's gonna look sort of like yellow orange or something like that. But like I'm telling you right now, man, that shit is just so good. Cause you already have cheddar there, then the oils from the mustard like just kind of sink in. It's actually really fucking good. That shit is really fucking good. Like I said, when I move into my own place very soon, there's a lot of meals that I'm gonna just be trying off the bat. Like, I'm not even gonna, you know, because the only reason why I can't cook here is because I'm not trusted to cook, I guess. When they haven't even seen me cook once here. When I was at my grandparents' house, they let me cook all the fucking time. Just because, you know, I come home from work, they would assume that I'm tired or whatever. And then, like, wait a minute, it was knockdowns? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Shake my
Welcome to
fucking head.
Tokyo.
Anyways, I didn't even know that. But you know, they let me cook all the time. They were like, ask me, oh, you know, Nico, you tired or whatever the case is. I don't want you cooking, and then I would cook. I would cook, just because. You know, it was just one of those things that I actually like doing. You know, with my time. That is. Oh shit. Well, that shit's a bullet. Thank you, JK. Appreciate it. Took him out. See you later, bro. You too. And you in front. Yeah, like, I basically used to cook for them almost all the time when I came home from work. And those would be like around like 8, 9 o'clock or whatever. And I used to just cook for them because I wasn't bothered by it. I just wasn't bothered by it by cooking. You know? But ever since I got here, they just don't trust me. I don't even want to get into that, why they don't trust me and shit like that, but they've never seen me cook at all. They never even gave me the chance, even though there was 2 to 3 Thanksgivings that like I was cooking. And they didn't trust me. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's why, like, you know, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to you know, the cooking proportion of things, I'm just gonna save that for myself. Eats a lot better than just me, you know. I wanted to hit him so badly. Mayo on hot dog, yep. But I'll just save that you know, that stuff for myself, because at least with myself I can be able to, you know, get things done. That is, at least to me. This car is a rocket, bro. This shit is OP as hell.
Like a bomb. One more for the books.
I'm gonna use that car again, and then I'll use the other one. I don't know. I guess it's probably from the story that I told them.
Welcome to LA.
I told them a story that I did cook at one particular point in time, and that like I legit burned the turkey, and I burned like some other entities down a little bit or whatever. And I guess they got nervous and probably thought, oh, well, he can't cook. And that's probably where they got the epiphany from, just from one story. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, I'll just wait until I actually live on my own, and then I'll cook. No problem. It's not like and then I had to get used to them cooking as well too, which is not bad because they're good, very good. But it's just, I would like it better if it was done by myself. So this car is a complete rocket. I cannot believe this shit. Like, it just zooms. Look at this shit, bro. Like, what the fuck type of car is this? I hope they know SSC makes like world's fastest cars. And I'm assuming they put this in Asphalt 8 as well too, if I last recall, because I have this car. Like I have this particular machine. Well, yeah, I do actually. But yeah, I mean, when it really comes down to it, you know, cook whatever the fuck you want, pretty much. Cooking's cooking, you know. Maybe not the simplistic shit, but like cooking is cooking, you know. The more you start to cook for yourself and you start to learn different recipes and different types of foods, the more you just become more intrigued of what you value, what you want, stuff like that, you know. I learned that at an early age and stuff, where I was able to commence a different series of recipes through my grandparents and just my family line. Then I started to be a little bit more intrigued on valuing these recipes over time, and then conducting it in a way, or value them in a way to where I start making my own food, and then it started to transpire. But the only reason why I've been halted was just because of that particular situation. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Cooking actually really do become expensive, because you know those prices for food, they don't change. But it is worth it in the long run. Like, you want to make quality food for yourself, you're gonna have to buy quality shit. But be smart about it. Don't really spend a lot of money, or you know, because your income is your income. You're the only person that can actually control that. So the key analogy behind controlling your income for enjoying the festivities is by searching up the things you actually need to make the recipe or the foods you want. So, and that like kind of just goes a long way. It goes a long way. Because, you know, anybody can make anything, and you can save money doing it. But you have to like make sure that like you're doing the right thing, at least. Or at least the right way, so you don't burn down your house. You know, so do it the right way, it's good. Do it the wrong way, and yeah.
Welcome to London.
But yeah, like one of the things that my father gave to me before he left this earth was the ability to be able to cook. He can cook pretty much about anything. That man was able to cook a lot of different things I couldn't even comprehend. I was like, Dad, how are you able to make this? Son, you have to love food in order to understand what you can actually make. And I was like, well, that's stupid, because what if it's cereal and oatmeal? You can't combine the two. And he's like, yeah, you think you can't combine the two. And then I'm like, you can? Like, I was just confused. But it's not about, thinking about the foods being put together. It's about being creative with it. And that's the part where, like, it intrigued me. Like, yeah, he did at one point in time take Cinnamon Toast Crunch and put it into oatmeal and then put peanut butter in it. He didn't keep it as is. He crushed the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and he put it inside the oatmeal. And he stirred it up with peanut butter just enough. And then he made himself that oatmeal. And I'm like, that is fucking insane, because it was really fucking good. And then meatball marinara rice balls too. Oh my god, dude. Just some of the stuff that I've seen him do is like insane. And it just blows my mind away, because it's like he has taken everything. He has taken everything into consideration to make into a food. And it's just insane to see that, like, you can do that. So that's how I know that if I did live on my own, I would do the same shit, just because. But obviously I would be getting quality foods to cook, not like cheap ass shit. So it's kind of self-explanatory. You can't get cheap stuff and then just try to cook. I mean, then you're gonna be like, oh, your taste buds are just not gonna be the same, personally. Aventador. But you should never really stoop to a level to where you think that, it's not possible for you to do those things. Why is it that the tier 6 vehicles, they don't have it to where you can customize the rims and stuff? Like, I don't know, I don't get that. That's weird to me. I don't get that. That's so weird. You mean to tell me I can't? Well, if I remember correctly, you couldn't do that anyways, so it's kind of something. But yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm really trying to say is that do what your heart desires when it comes to food. Hell, you gotta think about it like this. If you can mix ice cream together and it tastes good, think about the possibilities of what it would be like if you mixed a lot of the other foods together. Think about that. Because some people be like, yeah, but you can mix ice cream together because it's dairy. Yeah, that's true, but imagine other foods like that. The right ones. That's why you taste test. Why else wouldn't you do it? Taste test that shit, man. Fucking flip that, rewind it back. I'm not gonna repeat the rest of that because the usher part is not even necessary to say that in this particular situation. Taste buds make the booty go clap. There you go. There you go. Figured it out. Figured it out. Because I couldn't bring Usher into this situation because then that would just be insane. Oh man, I can't handle more any more than that. Like, what the fuck? It's sad, but I can only control the car. Like, oh come on, don't do this. Mint toothpaste with Snickers. Yeah, sounds good. Like I said, try out whatever combinations you want to.
And the bar has been raised.
Try that shit out if you want to, man. Don't be afraid. Like, that's the thing that people need to understand. Just don't be afraid of trying certain things out. Because, like, whatever a person doesn't enjoy, you might enjoy it a lot better, to be honest. So what? Who cares? You know? It's not to anybody for them to say that you can't try something. You can. You know? Bro, I get mad if they put mayo on my burger. Nah, son. Mm-mm. Yo, real talk. I said this before and I'll say it again. I have nothing against what people put on their foods. I can't judge them based on that.
Welcome
But
to
you
the
have to kind of
Carx.
think that somebody willing to do that has to be some form of a sociopath. Not a complete sociopath, but something's wrong there. Damn it, he turned that freaking car into a panini. Oh well. No, that was a traffic car. Okay. Yeah, you have to think that that person is obviously deranged for doing that. And maybe possibly very, 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 very headstrong about mayo. Now, if it isn't, and because this is a special type of mayo, but the word special, but the key term I want to use is that there's a different flavor mayo that is reasonable to taste, and that is it's not garlic, it's supposed to be damn, I forgot what the hell it was. It's not white mayo either. Damn, I forgot the name of it. Not garlic. There's a it's kind of like a salad dressing mayo. It's very thin. The liquidation is very thin, and it just tastes like, if you're tasting like, I wouldn't say cherries. I would say like, it's almost like you're tasting salad dressing, basically. That is okay. Garlic mayo is not even that bad either. Spinach mayo, forget about it. That's amazing as a whole. But mayo on a cheeseburger, period, is very homicidal. And I hit a wall. Shake my head. You don't know what you're talking about. What, white? Oh, yeah, olive oil and mayo. Thank you. Olive oil and mayo is what I was referring to. That's acceptable. But ketchup on rice, nasty. Very nasty. Again, not judging. That's up to the person to decide, whatever the case may be. But like, at the end of the day, ketchup on rice, that's a complete yikes. In its own entity, it's a complete yikes. That's like big yikes. Cause like, why would you do that? No, seriously, like, I want people to understand this, right? When you put ketchup on rice, you know you're adding more salt into that rice. And I hit a wall, shake my head. You know you're adding more salt into that rice. You know that when it comes down to it, you're adding way more salt into that rice. Whereas you could turn around, right? And with that rice, you can add light teriyaki sauce, and that would just be 10 times better. Because you have rice with what again? So some form of meat, some more form of salad. Like, it just makes a lot of sense to do it. But if you just add ketchup, yeah, I don't know. That's just, That's wild. Like that's just some wild
Nothing
stuff.
like a new ride to hit the road in style.
Fucking, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I got 4 more events to go. Let's storm by this stuff. Yeah, teriyaki sauce with rice is by far an exception at most. By far an exception. As for ketchup, no. I'm sorry. That's just, again, your preference, and that's fine. But my God, it's like really, really, really just you know, yeah, that shit is something. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and that's why it would be so much better. That's why teriyaki would be so much better, you know. They got the vid, shake my head. Ain't that a bitch? That sucks. Like that really sucks. Jägermeister barbecue sauce? Ew. Fuck. That sounds like some Teflon Bundy sauce. Real talk. That shit sounds nasty, bro. Like real shit. Like that shit sounds nasty. Well, I have to go to work. I'll leave the tab. All right, man. Thank you, Rico. I appreciate you so much. And you have a good day at work. I would appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna reheat my coffee and get this shit started. I will be back on my lunch break if you're still alive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will be for the next hour and a half or 2, maybe. Yeah, but you drank the whole fucking thing. There's a difference. You drank the whole thing of Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce. But I'm not judging you. I'm saying you did it. A1 steak sauce, whatever the case may be. You still drank it, buddy. You still drank it. Bro, you still drank it. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. You still drank it. I mean, good on you. You know, good on you. What do I have to say about that? I mean, good on you. Congratulations for drinking the whole fucking thing. How come I didn't hit all 3 of them? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I used to love A1 steak sauce on a lot of particular things.
Looks like this one is catching up.
Oh. But I don't really do that stuff as much anymore. I think I had a bad experience with it. I had a bad experience with A1. I enjoyed it a little bit too much, let's just put it that way. I just want these guys to pass me so that way my stuff can go up and I can do this. I think I need to put the interval like to step 24 of becoming a man. Drink a bottle of yeah, I'm pretty sure those are just steps to becoming a man. There's a lot of different steps to becoming a man, might I add. It's not just drinking A1. I'm just saying. There was a guy that like he was in a different country and stuff like that, but he drank it by boofing it, basically. You know what that means, right? Like he basically boofed it. The whole bottle. Don't know why he did it, but hey, whatever, you know. It's not my area to talk about him. But yeah, he did it. He made it possible. How fast would I be going if I did this? Oh my god. Extends the speed by a margin. Oh, so the boosts make it to where it lasts longer. That's insane. Car just flies at this point. Nice.
Can't get any.
Awesome, awesome.
That record is here to stay.
49. Only seems like it was yesterday that I got that shit, personally. Anyways. I want to give him all my money? You don't even have any money left. Fuck you talking about? What money? You spend most of your money on weed.
Welcome to Chamonix.
Real talk. You spent most of your money on weed, did you? So, it's kind of self-explanatory. Especially since, you know, anyways, it's your business. I don't care. I don't care. I don't see how a person such as yourself would probably give in to the idea of that. But hey, man, listen. Make it poppin'. Like I said, make it poppin'.
Scare me now?
I mean, it's clearly up to you to decide that stuff. Where did I get that airtime from? I just think that people got different ways of like consuming different sauces. Like, I would never really seem to understand somebody who would drink a whole bottle of ketchup. Because I've seen people to do certain acts like that, and it would never cross my mind to do something like that.
Final lap. Keep it up.
Now, that's not to say that at any given point in time I didn't try to do that, but
Watch it.
it just seems insane to do that. A1, acceptable. But ketchup, nah. Not even in the slightest. I lose all principles when it comes to a guy roofing A1 bottle. Yeah, but he did it through a tube, so I guess it's kind of acceptable, right? I mean, it's kind of acceptable because he did it through a tube, so technically it's not as bad. So no, seriously, it's really not that bad because he did it through a tube. I mean, I'm not saying it makes it okay, but I mean, he made it okay, so shit, he made it possible. And that's how you do it.
Oh yeah, new record.
People could do whatever they want with their bodies. I just think it's insane. Is it on tube as well? No. Why would they do that? Why would a person do that? Why would a person put himself through that? I couldn't understand or fathom why a person would do that. Through the tube. You know, YouTube, that is. I couldn't fathom that. I don't know. I realize that in different classes there are some cars that have longer nitrous durations than others. So I have to keep that in mind. Hot sauce pizza? I mean, hot sauce pizza, I don't know. That shit, to me, isn't deemed to be okay. I mean, at least in my eyes, it's really not okay. Like, I have to take it, oh my god. I have to take it from a certain perspective that it's not okay to put hot sauce. I mean, anything else, fine. But, like, hot sauce on pizza, like, I don't know about that. That's just, I don't know, that's too wacky to me.
Whoa, that was close. Do you have a death wish?
Hot spirit bomb? That's stupid. So stupid. Nah, it's just like you gotta take it into consideration to think like this, right? Like, imagine eating that hot sauce and then you come into the realization that, you know, it just was not worth the trip. It just wasn't. Like, it just wasn't worth the trip because you realize that now your asshole's screaming for dear life. So was it really worth it? I don't know. That's just me.
That was
Hot sauce beef cannon.
one more for the books.
It already has tomato sauce on it. So why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do something like that? It already has tomato sauce on it. Mayo on pizza is good, Cap. That is the ultimate
Welcome
cap.
to Moscow.
Don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that, honestly. But if you enjoy it, cool. That's cool. We'll see if you have what it takes, I guess.
So, you live on the edge, huh? Okay, now you're just being cheeky.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, mayo on pizza seems a bit weird to me. I don't know. I just couldn't really fathom that.
One more time.
Nah, it just seems kind of odd adding something like. Yo, major video show. What's good, man? How you doing? How's
3
everything?
stars coming right up. Oh yeah, new record.
Kebab meat on a pizza is a fucking haram. Yeah, but putting mayo on that shit just, I don't know, it just seems weird. Like, mayo on pizza just seems fucking weird, dude. I mean, why would you be doing that? I see you're playing Apex Legends on Xbox. I thought you had PC. No, I know who it is. I know who it is. Interesting. Mayo on EC is good if the mayo is good. Pizza? You think pineapple is meat? I had a pineapple. I had a pizza once with a melon on it. That sounds good though. What the hell? Melon on pizza? What the fuck? You don't like the melon on pizza experience? Wow, the most intelligent comment I've ever read from Kurt. Nice. No, it's because the guy fucking agrees with you personally. I fucking agrees with you. Tragedies. That's why. Well, Bloodhound, you're a weird guy. Hey, man, what's wrong with you guys? Like, why y'all be like? It gotta be something nice, man. Like that guy's just like some of the stuff just isn't necessary. Shake my head. What am I gonna do later? Hmm. That's a good question. This is a very good question. Um, well, I was thinking about putting some magic oil on my body and maybe run into a field very naked. And then maybe possibly I'll probably consider to make sure that you know I I don't know. I have lots and lots of sex, and that's it. That's basically how I would spend my day, pretty much. But that I hope that answers your question. I'm joking. I don't know if that does. But I don't know. I mean, are you asking to? Are you asking to play together or something, or what's going on? I mean, because if you wanted to play something together, we could do that. Um, we'll get to smashing. Yes. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, yeah, I don't mind. I mean, if you want to play that shit later, cool. You know. I mean, I don't know if you need help or anything like that, but I don't know if that's what you're really asking.
Welcome to the Bahamas.
Yeah, I don't mind playing it though. I mean, clearly up to you. Clearly up to you. I wasn't here with my mind? What do you mean? What does that essentially mean? It means that you were here with your mind, of course. I don't know, bro. Like you're speaking backwards to me. I don't know. You're speaking backwards to me. I'm trying to understand. He's like, I'm not here with my mind.
Go for
Alright, nice, 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 nice.
new record.
I didn't hear after you said later we can play. I was like, yeah, we can play together and we can do a lot of other things together if you want. That's the part that I added that you failed to like listen to because I told you that we could play together and do a lot of like, you know, nice things together if you catch my
Welcome
drift.
to New York.
Hey, it's up to you, man. Whatever floats your root beer, right? Nah, I'm joking. I'm kidding. You know, like I'm all into that shit, you know? Whatever's gonna help you out, you know? What the heck? What are these guys doing? I should have picked the Eleanor. You do the Sabaduka? Yeah, sometimes. Sabaduka here, Sabaduka there, you know. Make it a rain Sabaduka, yeah. A lot of different Sabaduka action, you know. But we can play, that's fine. It's a knockout thing, probably. We get Sabaduka here, Sabaduka there, you know. Headstrong Sabaduka, yeah. Something like that. I don't know, something that you might be interested. I just wanted to make sure that I do this for I'll probably stop like around, it's 2:30 right now. I'll probably stop around 4. Just want to see if I can make this part 1 and part 2 playthrough pretty fast. I know people like different variations of videos and stuff like that, but you know, see what happens, I guess. I do appreciate you guys stopping by though. It does mean a lot. Shut up. I'm joking. Kiss my butt cheek. I don't care. I'll make sure that I find something more interesting to play. Because I know, like, you know, most people didn't play Asphalt 7, but I'm gonna be completely honest. The only reason why I even decided to play Asphalt 7 like that was because it was by far one of my favorite racing games that I've played throughout the series. And Asphalt, the other Asphalt games, like, they're pretty cool or whatever, but like my favorite is always going to be Asphalt 8 out of all of them. I like 6, I like 8, 5 HD. I liked a lot of them, but I wasn't really a big fan of a lot of the Asphalt games until like after 5 and 6. I played some of the ones on PSP, DS, and stuff like that. But Asphalt 7 and 8 caught my attention. Number 9 is despicably terrible, actually. Really, really terrible, if I must say. 9 is by far, I mean, like, I don't know why people. I mean, there's a couple of different games that we could actually play together. You know, there's a lot of different games we could play together. Nice.
And the bar has been raised.
The bar's been raised because, shut up. I mean, as long as the games are completely interesting, then that's fine. Give me some suggestions here and there, you know? I don't know. Clearly up to you. Hello. How are you? GTA Vice City? GTA Vice City. Interesting. GTA Vice City. I'll probably try that out, depending. Axel Gaming Nerd GT2 and Fan, what's good? Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice. I think there's like a lot of other games that we can actually play though. Well rounded to be mobile based and whatnot. Um, I would recommend Black Desert, but still. Don't know if that's something that you're interested in. But Black Desert mobile is kind of like the same thing as like Marvel Future Rev. The thing is, the American version I didn't play so well. I wish that the Korean version was up to snuff, but unfortunately the that shit is kind of wacky to me. I wish there was better MMOs on mobile. I really wish there was. It's kind of hard to determine those. I wish there was better mobile games. Better MMO mobile games. They have a T3 Battle Royale game and stuff. That's pretty cool. But it's on TapTap, so I don't know if you would be interested in getting that. The Need for Speed stuff is on TapTap as well too. Believe it or not. I think I'm sorry, but I think when the like we're able to download it, I think I am gonna try it out just to see what's so different about Need for Speed Mobile. But I don't know if like it's safe to say like what will come of it, so to speak. Like that's just me. I don't know what will come of it. Like I don't know whether it would probably be like I don't know, because if it's gonna be anything like Heat, I don't think that it would be interesting, because I mean Heat for mobile, they could have done that like years ago. You know, I highly doubt that like EA couldn't get it done. Like I don't think that that's really probable to say. I think that they could have gotten it done. Um, you know, they could have gotten it done. They just didn't want to. They probably didn't want to. Hmm. Weird. All right. I appreciate you, Kurt, so much. Uh, why is that showcase different? Like, I don't get that. It just doesn't make any sense. Uh, it's a quiet Saturday, honestly. Super quiet Saturday. Mm, uh, uh, mm, I'm trying to figure out why the hell is it that I can't add like the subscriber thing. That just doesn't make any sense. That shit makes no fucking sense. Oh, that's how you do it, but they don't really show a particular way of adding that. They don't show a particular way of adding. I don't know. It's just weird. all that stuff there. Yikes.
Welcome to Shanghai.
Out of all places to race, you want us to go to Shanghai? How fucked up is it? Just want us to go to Shanghai and shit. Not that there's a problem and stuff. I've liked this track, and I think it was an Asphalt 8 as well too. Nice.
Whoa, that was close.
Maybe. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, control, control. Okay.
One more to go.
All right, that's pretty useful. Okay. This is a quick and simple race, I think. All right.
Do you have a death wish?
Yes, I definitely do. Nice.
Perfect.
Perfect.
New record.
Yep. I just wish that they had more vehicles to this lineup, because it just doesn't feel like they do. Because usually, like, I would either use that or I use the Ferrari, but Mm. It says that people have been calling me, but I don't even see the fucking caller ID. Uh, I don't even see that shit at all. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. Give me a second.
They really gonna have me with, I didn't even know last month was a complete fuck up for them.
Welcome to Hawaii.
Alright. Let's see.
So long, suckers.
Hey, get the fuck off my back, dude. Oh, that happened. It was on my back the entire time, dude. What the fuck? Fuck out of here. Boom. You're done too. I should have picked the Mercedes. The Mercedes is also a great vehicle too. I don't know why I didn't pick that vehicle. There we go. Get the fuck out of here.
Gotta lose him.
Damn, I thought that was gonna work. No. What the fuck? I'm trying to hit you. Oh. Well, I got him anyways. Fuck out of here. Yeah, shit. Oh, what the fuck? I thought it was gonna have me spawn into the fucking wall again. I would have been like, you know that's a common error, right? Obviously, that's a bit of a common error there. I'm gonna run right into you because you're in front of me. Yep, see you later, buddy.
Can't get one more for the books.
Race. A vehicle that I haven't used before. Do I want to use the BMW? I don't know. I would have used the BMW. But yeah, I'll fuck it. I'll use the BMW. It wants me to complete a multiplayer event, but I can't do that. Alright, let's see what this bad boy got. Let's see what this bad boy got. Custom color, blue, I wanted to be a darker like that, yeah. 53, so I should have unlocked the other stuff, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Yeah, man, that's how we do it. Okay. How we fucking do it. All right.
Welcome to Havana.
Shit look beautiful now. Let's go. All right. Let's see what can be done. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, damn.
So, you live on the edge, huh?
Yeah, yeah, baby. You already know. I already... never mind. You already fucking know. The only problem is that this car is gonna probably take some time to compete with the rest of them. You know, the F40, two of them. But damn, what the hell is that? That dude just flew into the air like nothing ever happened.
Keeping that combo meter high. I like it.
Yeah, sure. I love the fact that they actually have like a hood view in this particular game. I don't really remember seeing it in Asphalt 9. I don't remember it seeing it in the 6. I think 7 was the only one that implemented that particular system. Asphalt 8, I don't really recall them ever adding a system like that too, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong about them not having a system like that, but I'm pretty sure that they don't. I'll probably have to play the game again to get a good understanding. Good thing it's for PC. I can actually get it for PC, and I actually have cars to compete with. I have some pretty good cars. I mean, I've lost my account in Asphalt 8 a couple of times, but at least I have a pretty good idea of some of the cars that I've earned over like the season passes or whatever was free or whatever. Because they had like the good thing about Asphalt 8 that Asphalt 9 doesn't have, sadly, is that they have a free system to where you can get cars by earning them in the battle pass without having to pay. Of course, if you pay, you get the cars quicker, but
Okay, now
if you
you're
finish the
being
whole battle
cheeky.
pass in time, then you could literally get those cars instantly. And I just kept playing events, got those cars, and that's it. So, and then just pretty much optimized them to where I was able to compete online. But I don't really remember them having a hood view though.
And
There we
that's
go.
one more
Beautiful.
for the books.
Oh, they're giving me the Mercedes to try out. All right. Wow. I don't even want to look at something like that. That just sounds crazy. They actually had that guy go up on stage and say that shit? That shit is fraud. Wow. That shit is crazy, son. need to get a microphone that's close enough to my mouth. I'm tired of like sitting forward for this shit.
Welcome to Paris. 3, 2, 1.
Mm. Like, I gotta be able to get like some form of a stand, but I think I'm gonna give myself like a new microphone when I get the chance to. Something that like just seems a little bit more beneficial with like some pop filter. Mine is just completely fucking trash. I have a trash pop filter, and I kind of need to replace that shit.
Careful! Threading the needle. Trying to scare me now? Come on, just one more lap.
Damn, I can't take that shortcut over there? And then the car, because it's stock, it doesn't have any handling. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't have any type of handling and shit, so...
Watch it.
Good thing I know how to play the game very well, because to be honest with you, you know, had it been like just playing on phone, yeah, I probably would have not done so well. But I think this game, a lot with other Asphalt games, had controller support.
Oh,
I think so.
that's
I'm not
the
really too
stuff.
sure.
And
Yeah,
the
it probably
bar
did
has
have
been
controller support.
raised.
Nice. How much we have left? Alright, so we have this cup, that cup, and this, and I think that will be part 3 series instead. So the tournament will be done in that fashion, and then everything else will be done in that fashion too. Okay, that sounds good. Alright. Alright. You've been live for 3 hours? Without any type of issues? That's actually quite nice. I hope we could be able to do it later on today when we play some Apex and stuff like that. If I feel like I need to. If not, I'll probably just chillax or something like that. But I'm gonna take a break here. I'm gonna eat some food, whatever the case is. Probably get some stuff around the house. I appreciate all you guys for stopping by. Thanks for liking the stream today. I think this is gonna be very helpful. Hopefully, you know, if I feel like I'm in the mood, I'll do it later. If not, we'll see what happens. But thanks. God bless you guys.